after my divorce is finalized, can my spousal support be negotiated?
This is a good question. Yes, it can be renegotiated, and that you would need a material change in circumstance. So either your spouse is earning a lot more than he was at the time that you were divorced, or you're earning less than you were at the time of the divorce, or maybe there's been some kind of debilitating incident where you need more support because you can't work as much as you were, but you need what's called a material change in circumstance, and the court will reconsider the judgment of absolute divorce and what was ordered at the time. So you need a difference between the date that the judgment of absolute divorce was entered and today by the time you get to court.
And is there let's say you file, everything gets settled. Can you go back 2 weeks later and say things have changed? Are there requirements on that?
When it comes to spousal support, judges are always careful to remind everyone that this is you can't come back 2 weeks later. That's actually what the judges always say. That it's usually a couple years, I would say, is when it would be an appropriate time to come back to renegotiate your spousal support amount. But it kind of depends on the circumstances.
And besides support, could custody arrangements, are those often renegotiated?
Absolutely. So, more times than spousal support is renegotiated, custody and child support are always modifiable. Spousal support can be, but because we have because it's kids, it's children, and they're growing older and their activities are changing, and maybe one parent wants to move, or the parents aren't communicating as well as they once were. People get remarried. There's a lot of changes, and so you would use the standard of what is the material change in circumstance from the time of the entry of the order with respect to custody or child support, and today. So today being when we're in trial or when we're trying to negotiate. So you would need what's called a substantial material change in circumstance in order to modify custody or your child support.